Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about Iris Works, and I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible because it's not hard, but there is a lot of information. If you look here, this is in Canva. I just made a little checklist. The first thing you want to do with Iris Works is your contracts and questionnaires, then your invoice setups and templates. Then you want to do your emails, then workflow, and then your calendar. You're going to want to do them and in that order. Um, these don't really matter whether you do this first or second, but these are going to be included in your emails. And then your emails are going to be included in your workflow. And then all of these are going to be included in your calendar booking setup. So there is a method to the madness when it comes to Iris Works. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go over here to your side panel and go to documents. This is where your questionnaires and your contracts are going to be. For every type of session that you offer, make a questionnaire. So you're just going to go over here to a new questionnaire. It's super easy. It's click and drag. Think of as many questions as you need to know about your client, specifically like your address, your phone number, and you're just going to click and drag these over whatever you want them to be. Like there's a drop down menu. If you want to know like location, you can give them a drop down. So enter a value right here. You can say city. And then if you want to add another one, click the plus and say country or in home, whatever you offer as a location, have that. And then when your client sees this questionnaire, it's going to be a drop down menu that they can select where they want to go. Next, you're going to do contracts. Every session needs a contract. You can purchase contracts online. I purchased mine a long time ago and added to them. So whatever changed with my business, especially in 2020 with all the COVID stuff, I added a lot more like cancellation policies. You want to include like the price. What to add in your contract is a whole separate video, but this is where you're going to want to add your contracts. You want to name your questionnaires and contracts. You'll see here that these are old ones. But so for seniors, I have questionnaire seniors because the way you title your questionnaire and contracts are how they're going to be viewed on your emails. And I'll show you that later. But you want to make sure that it's clear to your clients that this is the questionnaire and this is the contract, because that's how the link is going to look on your emails. Okay. So step 1, questionnaires and contracts. Step 2, you want to go to your invoice setup. You want to make sure that you have a credit card processor linked to your invoices. You can use Square, PayPal, Stripe. There's different options here. You want to make sure that you have accounts through one of these or all of them. But if you don't have accounts through these, then you can't connect them to your invoice. So make sure you have accounts through these. Next step is you want to have any sort of currency set up. So sales tax from your state. I don't have any integrated things. And then lastly here, you're going to add any products that you offer. So if you offer different types of sessions that cost different prices, you're going to set all of that up here. So you have a booking fee. If you have a senior session that costs different from your family session, you want to make sure that you have 2 different products or payments for that. So any type of session or product that you offer is going to be set up here. After you get your invoice set up, go to invoice templates. This is where you're actually going to set up the template. So you'll see here, here's my couples invoice. The product I added was the couples invoice. So going back to the invoice setup, those invoice products are going to be listed when I go to a new template. Add. All your products that you've already set up are going to be right here. So you can add whatever you want. Couples invoice, check mark yes. If there's a discount, add your tax, and then save. If you have a retainer that you collect before the session, you can add a payment plan. So my retainer is 25% of the total invoice, and it will automatically separate that out for me and let the client know that you owe this today and you owe this later. And you can just click save when that's all set up. Next thing you're going to do is set up your emails. So these are going to be emails that your clients get sent once they book a session. You're going to want to make a thank you for booking session, a reminder of their session, and a thank you for your session. Those are the three basics you need to have. Beyond that, you can add a style email. I have a gallery's almost done email, like anything you can think of. But for the basics right now, you're going to want to thank you for booking, a reminder, and a thank you for the session afterwards. You're just going to click create template, name it whatever you want, add a subject, and you can type whatever you want out. A really cool thing about these emails is that you can add in variables. So let's say hello to a specific client. So go over here to these dots and click variables, and you can have your client's full name. Where's that at? Oh, client's first name, full name, whatever. Thank you for booking your session on, and then go back to the variables, and we'll go down to the session descriptive date. So when your client books, or when you type in their information for booking, all that information that you typed in will automatically be put into these parentheses, which is really nice. So they have specific dates, times, anything that you put in that you have put variables in for. So all of these are going to be auto-filled for you. And down here is where you're going to attach your invoices. So we've got a family invoice, family contract, family questionnaire. And then this email automatically gets saved, and then it will be a part of the workflow, which is what we're going to set up next. So just a review, we did our contracts and questionnaires, we did our invoice setup and templates. Now we just set up an email, and now we're going to go to workflow. Your workflows are what set up the automation. So create a workflow. You want to select an item. So we're going to send an email, and we're going to do the family booking that we just made, and we want it to be sent when the session is booked. Okay, so already our first automated email is set up for this workflow. The next thing we want to set up is another email, and we want to find the reminder. So the session reminder right here, and we want that 5 days before the session. Then I want to set up one more, which is another email, which is a thank you for the session. And I want that after the session. So let's do 1 day after the session. And now this workflow is set up. So now when I go set up a session, and I say it's a family session, see that it automatically goes to family workflow on this date, this time, and let's just say we're going to downtown. I'm going to say create event. I'm going to click on here and go, I spelled downtown wrong, oh well. So this is my client's profile. You'll see that I have a session booked for today at 5, and I have a session booked for tomorrow at 10:30. If I click on this 10:31, I can edit anything. So since I spelled downtown wrong, I'm going to correct that. Over here, you'll see the invoices that this client got sent. We've got 2 invoices set up. I can go in here and edit anything. So like this deposit is due today, but this one isn't due until, let's just say, the 20th. There. Now I can set that up. You can send your invoice. Also, the emails that your clients got sent. Here's a reminder for your upcoming session. So because the session was set up today, I got the reminder email a little bit earlier, but you can see that that got sent. And here's the thank you for booking. Okay, so here's what the email looks like with the links for the questionnaire, contract, and invoice. So as basic as Iris can be, you want to make sure that you're setting up those basic things, and then you'll be good to go. Beyond that, you can add, more email templates, more workflows, just play around with it. But you want to just do documents, invoices, emails, and then workflows. If you do the upgrade to do the booking calendar, you want to create different calendars, and you just select the days that you want your clients to be able to book. So for example, let's go to this family session booking calendar. You have all these options here that, you could require them to sign a contract, require them to pay the invoice before they even book. I would recommend doing this, especially if you have a deposit, just so that people don't ghost you. I choose not to do this type of booking for my business, but if you're a high volume photographer, or if you're doing like mini sessions, this is a really, really great way to streamline your booking. Next, they're going to ask you for your availability. So you're just going to go through your calendar, choose what days you want to be able to book. And you see here, you're just going to double click to add a time. And then that time will be available on your calendar. And then your clients can just select that, and all the automated stuff will come up for them. So super easy, just a little time consuming. Once you get that all done, it makes your life so much easier. Please let me know if you guys have any questions.